Yes, hi everybody. My name is John Lucas, and today I'm going to show you how to master subnetting in 10 minutes. I believe my way is the easiest and fastest way to subnet. And when you go for your CCNA test, you have to be very quick subnetting. You might get about 15 to 20 questions regarding subnetting. I'm studying for my CCNA as well, but I was told by others that you do get a lot of questions in the CCNA exam. I've been studying for 6 months now, and I should be going for my test within the next couple of weeks. Okay, a minute's gone by already, so I need to crack on and let you know how to work out subnetting. Let's say somebody gives you an IP address 200.11.0. That's a class C address, and it's a private address. You cannot change the first 3 bits, the first 3 figures. That was given to us by our internet service provider, and we cannot change it. We can only change the last octet to create our 40 networks. And here is how it goes. By the way, this is the IP address, and this is the subnet mask for the IP address. This is /24. We got our 32 bits here. The first octet, second octet, third octet, and the fourth octet. We can only change the fourth octet to create our networks. So how many bits do we need to take from the fourth octet to create 40 networks? Straightforward. For the networks, by the way, this is our octet. I moved this octet down here and spaced it out so we can make things easier for us to understand. For the network, you calculate from left to right, and for the hosts, you calculate from right to left. In this case, because we are working on networks, we're going to start calculating from left to right, and this is how it goes. If we take 1 bit, it gives us 2 networks. If we take 2 bits, it gives us 4 networks. If we take 3 bits, it gives us 8 networks. If we take 4 bits, it gives us 16 networks, and so forth. So I use my fingers when I do this, and it makes it a lot easier for me to know how many bits I need to take for so many networks. So in this case, for 40 networks, I go 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 32 is not enough, so I need to go up to there, which is 64 networks. That covers my 40 networks, and that's where I draw the line. So I take 6 bits to create 40 networks. Again, very straightforward. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. These 2 bits were left behind for the hosts. So I will explain that a little bit later. At the moment, let's work on the network. 6 bits to create 40 networks. Straightforward, yes? Simple. Now, this is our octet. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64 networks. This is where we draw the line. These 2 bits are for the hosts, and this we give it to the network. If we go back to the previous slide, by the way, we have taken 6 bits and given it to the network. This is part of the network, this is part of the network, and this is part of the network when it was given to us. So 8, 16, 24 bits. There you go, 24 bits were given to the network. Now we are taking another 6 bits from there, giving it to the network, so it will make our masks 24 and 6 that we have taken. It will make our mask /30. Obviously, our subnet mask will change as well, and that figure there will be the number of the value of these 6 bits put together. If we calculate the value of this bit, which is 128, up to this bit, all these values, 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 2, it will give us 252. That is our subnet mask. Let's go back again. Here we are. Now, which networks can we create? Let's work it out. The networks, we always start with the one that was given to us, 200.1.1.0, and we incrementing by the value of the last bit that we have taken. The value of the last bit that we've taken is 4. So we increment our networks by 4. So I'm going to go further in. So our first network is 0, obviously, the one that was given to us. The next one is 4, the next one is 8, then is 12, then is 16, then is 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, and so on, incrementing by 4, incrementing by the value of the last bit that we have taken from the last octet. These will be our networks. So we've got here, bear with me a second, let me remove that from there so I can work. So our networks, it will be 0, 200, that would be a 4, 200.1.1.8, 200.1.1.12. Okay, the next one is 200.1.1.16, and so on. As I show you here, is incremented by 4. 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. If you carry on, by the time when you get to the number of 252, that would be your last network. 252 is the value of all these values put together. But I'm going to stay with this a few networks to give you an understanding which addresses we can use for the hosts and which ones we cannot use for the hosts. So the networks we cannot use, and we cannot use the broadcast address, and this is how it works. The next address will be 200.1.1.2. The next one will be 200.1.1.3. Sorry, I've got it wrong, didn't I? That would be .1. This will be .2, and the next one will be 200.1.1.3. 3. Okay. I'm going to change the color on this so you can understand it better. This is a network. This is a network. Okay. This is a network. This is a network. And this is a network, and so forth. I mean, if you carry on, after the 16 is 20, and so on and so on. Right, the address, this is on first network, second network, third network, fourth, fifth, and on and on and on. From this network, we can only use these two addresses because the one before the next network, the address before, sorry about that, the address before the next network is the broadcast address. We cannot use that address. We cannot use the network, and we cannot use the broadcast addresses. So the only two addresses we have available from that network is the 1 and the 2, and that we can assign to our hosts. If you look at the next network, which is the 4 network, the only addresses we can use is the 3 and the 4. Sorry, it's the 5 and the 6, because 7 before that is broadcast address. Let me write it down. 200.1.1.5, 200.1.1.6, and 200.1.1.7. This is our broadcast address. That's our network. We can't use networks and broadcast addresses, and so forth. In this network, we can only use the 9 and the 10. Can you see? We can only use two hosts. I hope this is a straightforward thing for you guys. It seems very, very easy for me to understand it. Thank you for watching. Cheers, bye.